Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Overwatch and the Simpsons. What do they have in common? Absolutely nothing. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, today Blizzard had a massive announcement. Crossplay is coming to Overwatch. This means that the toxic communities from the Switch and PC and Xbox and PlayStation can now play all together. Now Blizzard has a pretty thorough Q&A and I'll leave a link in the description below if you do want to check it out. There are some pretty important questions and answers here. One of them, will I receive the golden loot box on just one system? So Blizzard is giving away a golden loot box in celebration of this. And they say players will receive one golden loot box everywhere they play Overwatch. So if you play Overwatch on multiple systems, you're gonna get multiple loot boxes. Progress will not carry over between systems. If you get banned on one system, you might not be banned on another. Crossplay is enabled for all game modes with the exception for competitive games. For competitive games, players will be split up into two groups, console and PC. If you're a PC player that uses a controller, you can still not play in the console-only pools. If you're on PC, you cannot opt out of crossplay. It's enabled by default without the option to change it. For console players playing against PC players, aim assist will be disabled. And lastly, crossplay is currently in beta, so it's not fully fleshed out yet. It might still have some hiccups. Now for my opinion on crossplay, it's kind of mixed right now. On one hand, it's a good thing that you can play with people from all different systems, especially if you have friends with games on a different system. On the other hand though, this might be a bit of a bummer for people who are playing on console against PC players. PC players have a massive advantage having the mouse and keyboard. It's a superior controller for a first-person shooter. Now add in the fact that aim assist will be disabled for those console players. Chances are they might not have the best time playing online. But overall here, this is still in beta, so Blizzard can still tweak and change things as they see fit. I'm certain they're going to learn some things as soon as this hits the public. Next up in the news, this has been kind of one of the worst kept secrets for Arcade1Up, but they're officially getting a Simpsons arcade cabinet. It was announced today. We already knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when, and we have the official images for it. Now, interestingly enough, the listing went up prematurely on the Arcade1Up site, and everybody saw it and took pictures of it. So we have that. Arcade1Up did take it down, but it was a little bit too late. On this machine, there are going to be two games. We know The Simpsons is going to be one of them, but we don't know what the other one is going to be. And if you take a look at the control deck here, we can see a trackball. My guess would be Simpsons Bowling, but apparently that's not the case. It still remains a mystery. Now, one thing I do know though is looking at this control deck, the controls look a little bit off. I'm not talking about the trackball. I'm not talking about Bart and Lisa. They all look fine. The trackball looks fine. What looks off is Homer and actually Marge too. So Homer here, the buttons are above the joystick. This is very weird placement. It doesn't look comfortable to use at all. It looks very awkward. And Marge, well, the buttons are below the joystick, or I guess off to the right and up from the joystick if you're playing on the left-hand side of the cabinet there. I don't know. This looks really weird to me. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, and I'm not quite sure why the controls are laid out like that. Looking at the artwork on the cabinet, I think it looks great, but the riser here, it looks very plain. I think they could have done more. It's just blue and black. There's nothing going on with it. It's kind of just boring. I wouldn't have minded maybe seeing a Simpsons logo on it or something. I don't know, and most people would probably use this thing with a riser. I wish they did a little bit more there. According to the rumors floating around, this thing is going to be priced at $600, which seems a little bit steep. I mean, Arcade1Up prices have been increasing over the years. They're very expensive here in Canada. But $600 for this cabinet, I think, is pushing it. Hopefully we find out more information about this arcade cabinet in the future, and hopefully it isn't priced at 600 bucks. Maybe it's 600 because of licensing, or maybe because Arcade1Up is getting more popular. I just think 600 is a little bit steep for what you're getting here. Anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on Overwatch crossplay and on the Simpsons arcade cabinet in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.